member. Played a long time for Russia's national team as one of their fine point guards. So for Gabby Williams and Sopron, they come out and introduced here to this great home crowd. Nevena Jovanovic rather, and also some really, really good players to keep an eye out for. Yelena Brooks, Bernadette Hattar. And they are coached by David Gaspar. So, teams lining up here before the game. So starting five for Dynamo Kursk, Olga Frolkina, Arika Agumbawale in that starting five for Dynamo Kursk. And Karasev also has quite a few players coming off the bench, a lot of talent, including Epiphany Prince. Gabby Williams, Fegvernecki, Jovanovic, Hattar, and Brooks in the starting five for Sopron Basket and coach David Gaspar. Coach Gaspar excited about the prospects of taking on one of the powerhouses tonight. So Sopron going through their final paces here before they trade blows again with Dynamo Kursk, and again the winner will shoot to the top of Group B in the EuroLeague Women. A lot of these players have made the journey to Sopron before, and good refereeing crew tonight. Marianne Ortiz from France, Özge Senturk from Turkey. Among them, and marching out now to the center of the floor to get ready for the just looking at the EuroLeague Women as it is right now. And just minutes away here from the start. Just talking about the EuroLeague Women, also in Group A, Performidas Avenida and UMMC Ekaterinburg, both up at the top at 4-0. BLMA, Prague, and Riga in pursuit, all of them 2-2. Then down in 6th and 7th place, Umano Ryer Venezia and NBA Moscow. And Setsgard down at 0-4 in 8th place. And following Sopron and Kursk are Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Lens, and Girona, all at 2-2. So Zofia Fegvernecki, the veteran from Hungary, comes out to lead the team, 37 years of age, and looking as spry as ever, as well as Yelena Brooks. Hatar, always an imposing presence underneath the basket for Sopron. And Hatar measures 2.08 meters in height. That's 6 feet 10 inches. 27 years old now is the Hungary international. So Shabanova will be jumping up against her. Also Nika Baric in that starting 5, lining up and taking her position. Well, hello everybody, good evening, and welcome to Hungary. This is the EuroLeague women, and it's Sopron taking on Dynamo Kursk, and Sopron winning the opening tip and driving in, and Jovanovic driving in and getting the first 2 points. Ogumbawale gets it over to Baric. Lisets goes to work, and her pass eludes her fellow Slovenian. Baric goes into the backcourt. So early 2-0 lead here for Sopron. Brooks from downtown, wayward, but the whistle blows and a foul called. A bit of a push on Nika Baric. Now the dump down low to Williams. Spins, turns, puts it up and in. Lisets. Now they spin it around. Baric bumped up high and fouled by Fegvernecki. Baric dribbles left. Ogumbawale gets it back to her. Now going between the legs. And there she is, putting up just inside the free throw line elbow. Brooks, crowned the FIBA Women's Eurobasket champion last summer with that great Serbia team. Now Gabby Williams goes in and scores with the left hand and fouled by Lisets. Gabby Williams in that team for France, in fact, that lost in the final to Brooks' Serbia. Then went to the Olympics and got a little bit of revenge in the battle for bronze as France won that bronze. Here's Gabby Williams and makes the free throw. Now from the right, and Gabby Williams rebounds the miss. Hatar there, ball knocked out of bounds, and Shabanova picks up the personal. So Elizaveta Shabanova, the 1.97 meter center, just 23 years of age, and logging big minutes here in the EuroLeague women. Hatar. Oh, nice soft touch from the baseline. Now Nika Baric bringing it forward for Dynamo Kursk. Ogunbowale, and the shot blocked, and no, she just lost control of it. In fact, just goes out of bounds. The shot with her left hand, and Karasev decides he wants to talk things over.
Passionate, ambitious, elite,
verbunden, united,
inspirerend,
competitiva,
ambitiozna,
stylish,
Powerful.
diverse,
diferente,
Beraber.
inspiring.
Aggressive here. Again, we just shaking. Start to play. 10-0 immediately. And they're just big stay here. That's it. Next offense, we play transition 4. Like we told you with this situation. And watch. Just start to play. Let's go.
So it's been a nightmare start here for Dynamo Kursk, and hoping to get things going here, trailing early on 9-0. Sopron rather with the dream start, and looking to press on that advantage even more. Not what you want to do when you're on the road is fall behind by 9 consecutive points. And pulling up and increasing the lead, Jovanovic. Netza. Played with Lens last season, winning the French title. Now she's here in Sopron. Also in that Serbia team that won the Eurobasket women title, the FIBA women's Eurobasket rather. Now quickly again, and Hatar drives, and the lead balloons to 13 points. Well, Kursk certainly have the quality to come back from a 13-point deficit, but they'd rather not be in this position. Ogunbowale now into the corner. Barisic goes baseline, whips it back outside. Ogunbowale. Really famous in America for having hit those buzzer-beating shots at the NCAA Women's Final Four, playing for Notre Dame and leading them to the title. Here is Lisets. And this Dynamo Kursk team needs a reset because it is going from bad to worse. Certainly if this basket goes here from Gabby Williams, and it does, and she's fouled. Unbelievable. She makes the three-point shot, and she will go to the line for a potential 4-point play. Boy, this is just stunning how this game has started, and just so poor. You want to get the hand up. You have got to control yourself on defense. You can't run into the shooter. And Karasev has to be worried. So Gabby Williams completes the play, goes up to 17-0. Howard on the deck, still can't get the drop, follows up her miss, follows it up again. A lot of yellow shirts she's battling with. Boy, who would have expected this? 17-0, right, folks? That is not a mistake that you're looking at on the graphic. Brooks into the corner. And now, finally, another one is Brooks. That silky smooth jump shot, really short, and it's 19-0. And I guess the only thing that you could say that's good about this situation, and finally Howard puts it up and in. The only thing that's good about this situation for Dynamo Kursk is that it's happened at the start of the game and not later on, because a 19-0 run usually spells disaster deeper in the game. Fegvernecki right at the elbow, and Sopron keep pouring it on. 21-2. So Lisets calls the play, hands it off to Baric. Baric. Ogunbowale back to Lisets, and that was short. Trying to follow up the shot, the October Player of the Month, but it's all Sopron right now here in Hungary. Brooks passes down low, and Hatar scores with the layup. And this is a Mount Everest-sized lead here in the first quarter. And Karasev, again, having to burn a timeout to try to prevent this game from getting out of hand. And really, you could say already has 23-2. Let's go down and try to listen to Coach Karasev.
Right now. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Aggressive switch. In offense, try to run first. If we can to score by position. Just try to run and be aggressive and fast. Need to start to play. Need to start to play. Let's go.
Well, it's a tale of two teams, big time. 10 of 11 from the floor, 9 of 9 inside the arc, and 1 of 2 from deep for Sopron. Dynamo Kursk just 1 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 7 inside the arc, and they're 0 for 2 from three-point range. Sopron also out rebounding the visitors 7-2. So nothing is going right for the team in blue. Epiphany Prince comes into the game, and if there's anybody with experience that can help this Dynamo Kursk team get out of this giant hole that they find themselves in, it's Prince, and she passes it over to her teammate, and drilling it from three-point range, Olga Frolkina, the 24-year-old power forward. So let's see if that starts a comeback of sorts. You can see that Karasev getting a little bit hot under the collar during the timeout. Brooks from deep, and this time her three-pointer is good. Probably have to say one of the all-time greats here playing at Sopron, formerly Milovanovic. And again, had a great summer with the national team. Followed up playing at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket by going to the Olympics, where Serbia finished 4th. Now, another 3 is off target for Ogunbowale. Gabby Williams back to Brooks. And the whistle blows. And a foul called on Frolkina. This is Prince getting it back to Frolkina. Nice little fake, and then puts it up and in. The veteran Brooks, and here she is at the free throw line. First one is good from Brooks. And the second one is good as well. So bringing it forward, Yulia Kozik, 24-year-old guard, checks into the game as well. Ogunbowale shaking and baking. Oh, nice handoff to Howard. Much better for Dynamo Kursk. Seeing the shoots of recovery here for Kursk, but they, again, trail by 21 points, even after that made basket. Also in the game now, number 5, Shayani Petty. And also checking in for Sopron, number 33, Abby Gay. Here she is on the ball. Howard. A little bit to the right. Kovacic rebounds and missed and turns it over. And Prince reaches in and gets the ball to go off of the foot of Sopron. And great play by Jovanovic to come up with the steal, and then they turn it back over. So the heady play of Prince on defense makes the big difference here for Dynamo Kursk. Jovanovic sits down. Netza, as she's called, and the basketball goes to Prince. Froelich. Will it be a second three for her? No, it will not. Gabby Williams swoops for the rebound and brings it forward. And Froelich, gets the hands up, and now the miss. Fegvernecki coming forward. About 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Petty puts it up and in. Boy, that's way too easy for Petty. Prince takes the contact. No call. And again, Fegvernecki and Sopron just with a commanding 23-point advantage. Petty, this time Gay with the foul, setting the screen. Kursk already over the limit, as Sopron they've committed 2 fouls. And again, the best thing that you can say about this entire situation for Kersev's team is that they trail by 23 points, but it is still relatively early in the game, still more than 3 quarters still to play. So plenty of time to hold this back. They've got to get execution, they got to play defense, they got to get rebounds. And hopefully some easy points. Ogunbowale powers away down low and scores. So finally gets on the scoreboard, Ogunbowale. Gabby Williams telegraphed the pass. Epiphany Prince gets the steal. Now she's going to pass it back to Howard. And Howard short with the attempt. And those are the types of baskets that when you're trailing, you just need to make. Got to convert the opportunities. It really does a lot to pump up the team. Petty left open. And she misses as well. Offensive rebound and Gay, and she misses. So Kursk dodged a couple of bullets right there at the end. It could have been a lot worse than it is. And that being said, it's pretty bad. They are in a hole. Sopron with a commanding 30-9 lead at the end of 1 over Dynamo Kursk. Well, Sopron, 10 of 11 inside the arc, 2 of 3 from deep, just 3 of 12 for Kursk inside the arc. They have made 1 3-pointer, 1 of 6. That was Throkina hitting that shot. So Williams with 9 points and 3 rebounds to lead Sopron. Jovanovic has 3 assists. Howard has 4 points to lead the scoring for Dynamo Kursk. Dynamo Kursk will be at home in their next game against Beretta Famileskio, a team that has had a rough start to the season. And they will like to carry the thrill of an incredible come-from-behind victory into that game. But that remains to be seen. But I'm sure that these players have trailed by big numbers early in games, and the experience of that will hold them in good stead in this game, but they've got to get to work now. (30-9). Bayern's back in the game. Number 92, former FIBA Europe Young Player of the Year. Ogunbowale is fouled by Jovanovic. Excuse me, Jovanovic, not Milica, Jovanovic. And now Ogunbowale passes it back outside. Iva Lisets, and Lisets misses another. Can't get the drop yet, Lisets. Sopron looking to turn the screw. Petty, oh boy, another three for Sopron. And it is just something to behold the way they have started this game. Howard drives in and is fouled by Bernadette Hattar. And players from both teams go over to help up the Dynamo Kursk player. Howard takes her time, makes the first. Here she is taking a deep breath. And misses the second. And the rebound by Sopron. Brooks over to Petty. Fegvernecki, with the shot clock winding down, has to take a difficult shot. And the whistle blows. And a foul called on Sopron. Well, at least that says they're leading player efficiency per game, but Howard is close behind at 23.3. It's Howard that leads this team in scoring at 19.8 points per game. So you can see how they need her to get on track. Lisets, who's second at 18.8 points per game, is fouled, and she is in some pain. Goodness me, that doesn't look good. Maybe she's turned an ankle. Doesn't look good. So here she is cutting to the basket. Yeah, she's rolled her left ankle. That never feels good. And she immediately grabs that left ankle. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for Dynamo Kursk, it does. And now Coach Karasev has to think about his options. His primary concern right now will be about his star player, as she kind of limps off. You can ice it quickly to control the swelling, or lace it up even tighter, but I don't know. Something tells me we might not see her again for the rest of the game. So checking in her absence, Olga Frolkina makes the first free throw and takes her time and makes the second. 33-12, Sopron on top of Dynamo Kursk. And the miss, and Howard grabs the rebound. Another opportunity here. Baric. Frolkina. She's not shy. She launches, and that's short. Ivanovic over to Fegvernecki. Oh boy, Abby Gay able to get the rebound. Frolkina, she had Gay kind of on her backside, but she didn't box out. And Gay was just able to get in and get the offensive rebound and put back. Now traveling is the call. Well, you have games like this. They're just kind of inexplicable, but the thing is you've got to be ready to go from the opening whistle, or the opening buzzer. And you'd have to think that maybe Sopron was a little bit more ready to go than this Dynamo Kursk team was today. From the off, they've got the extra bounce in their step, especially with that great start. They want to come out and lower the boom. Gabby Williams off the front of the iron. Prince quickly. And Howard kind of lost control, but gets it back and puts it up and in. Boy, that was a big play by Howard. It was a much-needed play. And Petty called, or fouled rather, by Baric. And yeah, just the hand checks, hands all over her. Easy call for the referee. Ivanovic gets into the corner. Now down low, Gay turns, and Baric gets the ball back finally. So again, Kursk trying to cut into this huge lead, and great play by Ogunbowale. Although no, they've said that she's leaned in and charged. Watch this. Saying she led with her right elbow to clear out. And long shot, no good. Another rebound for Kursk. And another opportunity. Prince trying to find her way. Down low, some space. They whip it across court. Frolkina. Ogunbowale. Good! Another three-pointer. Nothing but the bottom of the net for her. And back to an 18-point lead in Sopron. Well, I guess you've got your timeouts in your pocket. You might as well use them if you don't want to see your team give away a big lead. So Coach Gasper wants to talk to Sopron here, who, again, have just had an amazing start to the game.
Okay, they are in bonus. Find it earlier, the matchups, okay? Better communications that you are getting back. In offense, they are low. Take the jump shots. Don't hesitate, okay? If they are not stepping closer, right away you play the ball screen and take the jump shot. Or accelerate, draw fouls, attack the paint. Okay, Abi, go harder for offensive rebound. We need a couple of offensive rebounds also, okay? Follow every shot. Defensively, keep up the good communication and the focus. Get to Haro.
Well, the Ogunbowale shot was important. Anytime you see that ball go through the hoop, especially for a player like her, she's going to want to get her hands on the ball again. She'll have a little bit more confidence. And remember, always with that three-point shot, you're never out of the game. It can bring you back quickly. So don't think for a minute that Coach Gaspar doesn't know that. And he wants to make sure his team is firmly focused here on the defensive end and also here at the other end. Ogunbowale, meanwhile, picks up the foul. In fact, the foul was on Nika Baric, flying into Petty. So Petty is at the free throw line. Shailani Petty, and makes the first. She's a smooth customer. They've got some in this Sopron team. This really is a team that could, you feel like could do something special this year. It's really hard to comprehend how they were beaten last week in the manner that they were. And perhaps that's kind of what's driving them this week, to come out and put in such a big performance. And Baric had to save it in bounds. Couldn't get it to a teammate. So again, the lead back to 19 points. And now this time Ogunbowale fouls Gabby Williams. Kozik re-enters the game. Petty goes back out, and Fegvernecki comes back in. So they are very strong at that guard spot. Very impressed by Petty. Now Gabby Williams. Little turnaround jump hook. Rokina, good, another three-pointer for her, and now it's back to a 16-point deficit. So, 16 or anything less might be acceptable for Dynamo Kursk if they can get back to halftime. Of course, they would like to get it back to within 10. Here they are, reaching in, knocking the ball away, and good pass up ahead, and good decision by Ogunbowale. Now she drives in, and that was perhaps not a good decision. There were no blue shirts there for the rebound. Fegvernecki slides to her left. Gay turns, and the big center, oh boy, Natasha Howard can't corral the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Here's Frolkina. Clearly confident in her own shot, drilling those three-pointers. This is game day 5. Battle between 2, 3, and 1 teams. Dynamo Kursk having all sorts of problems in the first half, but showing some signs of life here late or midway through the second quarter. Not much time left on the shot clock. Just 0.9 seconds. They need to throw it up probably towards the rim. Now checking in, Elizaveta Shabanova, the starting center, comes back into the contest. And they do get the shot off on the baseline from Jovanovic. Prince directing the offense. Ogunbowale into the corner, or to the right wing, and the three-pointer is good. Much better. This one by Yulia Kozik. And just like that, it's a 13-point game. And again, those three-pointers can eat into a lead. and they can eat into a big lead quickly. So Gaspar again calls timeout, 3:04 remaining in this first half. And you can see some of the numbers.
They are in bonus. We scored 6 points. Stay aggressive in offense. I want to see deep tries. When we run 4, let's feed Jetsa inside with Frolkina. When they are doubling you, kick the ball out. Okay, let's have better flow in it. Let's go with horns down. Let's go with 1 down and 4 on Jetsa. Okay, and if the first primary post play is not working, sprint back, play another one, deep roll, keep attacking him. Get to arrow.
Well, slowly but surely, Dynamo Kursk eating into this lead by Sopron that has been as big as 23 points in the game. So 24 points, in fact. They led by 24. Prince comes up, tries to force the turnover. Jovanovic. And not there, but excellent work on the rebound and put back by Bernadette Attard. Ogunbowale stops. Puts it up. Oh, she gets it to go, and the foul has been called on Williams. What concentration that was from Ogunbowale. Ogunbowale makes the free throw. And it's 38-26 in favor now of Sopron. And Brooks turns, and her shot stays out. And another chance here for Kursk to get it to even single digits if they can hit a 3. Frolkina from deep and hits off the back of the iron. Hattar now over to Fegvernecki. Good aggressive play by Kursk. Seconds ticking off the shot clock. Fegvernecki again rattles out, and that was a better box out by Shabanova. Ogunbowale dribbling around and passes it back outside. Ogunbowale dribbles, gets into the paint, puts it up and in! And they've got it back to the 10-point margin that is so psychologically important for a team as they try to come back. And now they're really going to be believing in their chances. Williams, that was a long way out and pushes it back to a 13-point lead. And a foul called. So this time it'll be Shabanova going to the line. The foul on Hattar. So Abby Gay back into the game. And Alice Varga also getting some coaching over there from Coach Gaspar. Well, interesting as Shabanova takes these free throws, or takes the free throw rather. Ogunbowale now has 10 points, Frolkina has 8. That's Olga Frolkina. And 7 points for Natasha Howard. They're pretty much doing the scoring. Kozik also has a 3, and Shabanova now with 3 points. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Dynamo Kursk, well, not what Gabby Williams was hoping for. Now Kursk have a chance to pull to within 8 or even 7. And despite, no matter, I think whatever happens the rest of the way, unless Sopron get a steal and go down for a layup, I think it's going to be Dynamo Kursk that has all the momentum, incredibly. And another 3, and it is. What a turnaround. Dynamo Kursk rising from the dead. Yulia Kozik finishes things off with a 3-pointer, and that could not have been a better finish. 41-34, Sopron on top of Dynamo Kursk at halftime. Well, Sopron led by 24 points, and that has been whittled down to 7. It's 41-34. Sopron on top of Dynamo Kursk at halftime. Well, much better shooting, especially that three-point shot, has helped Dynamo Kursk get back into it, but they're now 7 of 18 inside the arc, and they've also hit 5 of 6 free throws, just like Sopron. Ogunbowale, 10 points, and Howard has 6. Williams with 12 for Sopron, Fegvernecki and Jovanovic each with 4. So Ogunbowale again with 10 points, Williams with 12. Hattar has 8. Brooks has 7. Howard has 7. Frolkina with 8. So again, we are at halftime. It's a 7-point lead for Sopron basket over Dynamo Kursk. And here's a look back at the first half highlights. And Gabby Williams scoring with that left hand for Sopron, who came out with the right approach and really attacked early and often, got some high percentage shots. Dynamo Kursk defensively really not at the races here early on, not reacting well. And then when they did react, they fouled the three-point shooter, Frolkina, fouling Williams, who then completes the 4-point play. Howard finally got something to go, made some shots. Remember, she's their leading scorer. Lisets, meanwhile, has left the game with a sprained ankle, don't forget, and we don't know how bad that is, but you could see clearly that's what she did. Frolkina's hit a couple of three-pointers to help this Dynamo Kursk team come back. Brooks was open here, so she took it, and she made it. Howard almost lost that, but was able to get the basketball and put up an easy layup. Here's Ogunbowale with the three-pointer and hitting it full meter behind the arc. And really, it's only a matter of time that you would expect her to get on track. It took a while, but it sure makes a big difference when she starts hitting those three-pointers. Frolkina as well. Ogunbowale, and again, showing us what she's got from deep. Ogunbowale, well, she's 3 or 4 inside the arc. Arike Ogunbowale, 1 of 2 from deep. And Frolkina is 2 of 5 from deep. That was one of them. That was Williams. That kind of stopped the rot, pushing the lead. I believe that pushed it back up to 13 points. But here they were right at the end. And Kozik hits the 3 right before halftime. And it's almost like a miracle. Dynamo Kursk trailing by just 7 points. Have another look at it. Bam! See the final seconds ticking off the clock. So again, despite trailing by as many as 24 points, Dynamo Kursk have battled back to pull to within 7. And you have to say right now, they've got all of the momentum and all of the self-belief. David Gasper has some work cut out for him as he goes to halftime. Try to perhaps restore the confidence and the focus of Sopron basket. Karasev, meanwhile, must say, hey, if we can fall behind by 24 points and pull it back to within 7, we've got a pretty good team. So, again, we're at halftime, 41-37. Sopron basket on top of Dynamo Kursk. We'll be right back. 41-34, Sopron basket on top of Dynamo Kursk here in Sopron. This game being played in the Novomatic Arena Sopron, and it's a battle of 2 3-1 teams, and really it's just been a very weird game when you think that Sopron have been able to open up a 24-point lead. It looked like the blowout was on, only for this Dynamo Kursk team to revive themselves, come out, almost rise from the dead really, and close the gap to just 7 points at halftime, hitting a three-pointer right at the end. So it has, I think, certainly for the neutral observer, good to see Dynamo Kursk battle back and make this more of a game. And now it's a test, a mental test perhaps more than anything for this Sopron team, if they can come back out, execute the way that they know that they can, the way that they did early on, and realize and believe in what they do to get themselves back on top of this Dynamo Kursk team. But for Dynamo Kursk, halftime could not have come at a worse time, because they had the wind in their sails. They were chipping away. Ogun Bawale was starting to play well. Kosik just hit her second three-pointer. Frokina was playing well. Natasha Howard was starting to play better. But it is what it is. We're at halftime, and we'll see if Dynamo Kursk have had their momentum slowed by going to the changing rooms at halftime to listen into their coach. So the second half action underway here in Sopron, and it's the home team wearing the yellow that has got possession. Petty gets the start, and Brooks comes right out, misses with the first attempt. Fegvernecki bearing down on Prince, not able to get the rebound, but nevertheless the basketball will belong to Sopron. Now Gabby Williams, and tries to get it to Hattar, coming in from the left. So Prince will take the inbounds pass with Frokina, who's in the on the court right now at the start. Howard sets the screen. Now Prince fouled by Petty. Froelich back to Howard. Shot clock winding down, and she fumbles the basketball away into the hands of Williams. Now Williams at the top of the key. Petty to Brooks. Brooks, little turnaround, good. Well, they like the matchup, being guarded by Kozik. Howard from deep, good. Just what the doctor ordered for Dynamo Kursk. Now they trail by 6 points. Again, having trailed by as many as 24. Quite a turnaround in this game. Fegvernecki gets loose. Good hands by Kozak, almost getting the turnover. Then Frokina does come up and steal it away from Brooks. Oh. And shooting and missing was Epiphany Prince. Now Williams pulls up, rims out. Hatar there for the rebound and the putback. But the one thing you have to say as well is that when you do trail by 24 points, you could go on a very big run and get closer, but still not come all the way back. Well, this time nobody picks up Howard as she traipses right down the lane and lays it up and in. You could expend a lot of effort coming back from a 24-point deficit, and you look up at the scoreboard and see yourself still down by 6 points. But it looks like this Dynamo Kursk team has a lot left in it. Epiphany Prince with the steal, gets it back. Now they swing it. And an open Howard, almost travel, gets in, and she makes the shot and has a chance for a three-point play. So Bernadette Hatar can't quite believe it, but the pass was telegraphed. And Prince, not for the first time today, knocks it away. And how smooth is Howard? Boy, she is an extraordinary talent. So frustration for Hatar. Let's listen to Sopron.
You are not going to get open. I told you, focus on basic things. Richard, down screen, you coming out like that. One side, 4, get open, pass, handoff, clear out.
Ambitious. Elite.
Verbunden.
United. Inspirerend.
Competitiva.
Ambitiozna.
Stylish.
Powerful.
Diverse.
Diferente.
Beraber.
Inspiring.
Pass both sides. Shay, let's run this side. This side, we do screening. Get to Aro.
Well, here's Brooks hitting her three-pointer. And then Howard. Again, Dynamo's Kursk's leading scorer. Almost 20 points per game. And she's showing us why right now. She is in the flow. She's at the line for a potential three-point play. And she gets it. So Howard keeping it ticking over. And she now has a team high 15, but Sopron get the answer they need from Petty to push it back to a 6-point advantage. Frokina, meanwhile, answers with a 3. She's dangerous. 11 points. She's got 3 3-pointers. Petty. So smooth. Gets it to Fegvernecki. Now Petty. Dumps it to Gay. And the foul before the shot. Now Jovanovic comes in. Fegvernecki over to Jovanovic. Fegvernecki. Open. Buries it. One of the more experienced players in the EuroLeague women, Zofia Fegvernecki, hits the short jump shot. Frokina this time off target. Brooks has to get rid of it. And now the reach and the foul on Ogunbowale.
Jeff, it's Ogunbowale.
So Ogunbowale has had a slow start here to the third quarter. She'll definitely be getting some more touches, but here's Brooks on the baseline. Good defense by Frokina, pushes it quickly up to Kozik. Ogunbowale under a little bit of duress, and again, the miss and the rebound by Sopron. Getting close to the halfway point of the third quarter. Petty, excellent work, just kind of delayed her jump just a little bit to get, effectively, it was like a pump fake. And welcomed the contact by Howard, and that has put the very impressive Petty at the free throw line. She makes both. Now stepping back, Howard, high arcing shot, not there. Brooks rebounds it. Frokina reaches in and commits the personal. Seven points, the advantage. Fegvernecki steps into a three, not there. Petty was there, and it looked like she had the ball kind of knocked away by Gay, her teammate. So Alice Varga, the 20-year-old, comes back into the game, as does Baric for Dynamo Kursk. Baric, and stays out. Fegvernecki. Now to Jovanovic. Now they swing it to Petty. And again, Sopron on the attack. Fegvernecki couldn't get it to her teammate as Howard takes it away. And Howard, oh wow, put that on the highlight reel. That was beautiful stuff by Howard. 17 points for Howard. Petty frees herself. Oh, she is silky smooth every single time. She just looks good. Doesn't matter what she does. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from Petty. Bringing a little bit of rain with that three-pointer. And Varga reaches in and fouls Yulia Kozik. Gabby Williams re-enters the game. That was the great defense from Natasha Howard, and then she just goes all the way down, avoids the charge, and makes the layup. I mean, she made that play look easy, but it wasn't. Now she's on the baseline. Over to Prince. Now Frokina, and off the front of the iron And suddenly the momentum goes back to Sopron. You can see Petty, wise decision to pull it out. Now Gay turns. And just because you catch it down low doesn't mean you need to go to work against one of the best players in the competition. Here's Prince. Could always pass it back out. Prince fires from downtown. Now Williams rebounds and brings it up. Williams. And she turns it over to Baric. Frokina, she wanted the stop and pop, but now Williams hustles back and makes amends for her turnover and gets it over to Petty. Ivanovic goes in. Oh, she misses. Gay there for the follow. Petty comes up with another rebound. Williams, hesitation. Great block by Howard, but Gay is there. And Howard is called for the foul. A little bit of frustration from Dynamo Kursk. Well, she lowered her left arm. Could have had a foul called there, it wasn't. Timeout on the floor. Let's go down to the benches.
Okay. Next offense, we play deeper. Please. We play, we run, little bit time. Don't try to shoot immediately after first pick and roll. Just a little bit move the ball. Either goes aggressive in duration. Again, 4 times we just take a shot, we miss the shot, and they run. Okay? Zip. Okay? Yeah, really. You play. Yeah, now. You play zip. Okay, let's go.
Hey! Hey, be careful with Shepard now. She's on fire. On onside with the Spanish.
Yeah. We play switch, yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, Petty's only played one game. That was against Fenerbahce, and it didn't end very well for her team. But she's showing what she's made of tonight, coming out and contributing in a myriad of ways. 14 points, 4 rebounds. Surprised she doesn't have an assist, in fact. Might have to look back at the highlights and make sure that's the case. That's the gameplay, the game tape. Make sure that's the case. Here's Gay, meanwhile, taking her time and taking the lead back up to 9 points. So the second free throw is good as well. And the penetration, the drive is good. Boy, that was Ogumbawale showing some talent on the drive. 12 points for her. I believe that's her. Yeah, that's her first 2 of the second half. Could be Ogumbawale's time.
The player in Kursk, Ogunbowale.
3-pointers good from Petty. 17 in the game.
It's Ogunbowale.
Prince has it. Will she get it to Ogumbawale? She tries to. Williams takes away the telegraph pass and goes in for the layup. And now it's Sopron who are the opportunistic team. Boy, uncharacteristic of Prince to make that pass. She's usually the one reading those telegraph passes. Ogunbowale has it. Goes to her left, drives in, and finishes. And quickly, does she have enough time? Well, she could have launched it from 3/4 of the court, but elects not to put it up. Well, Sopron have stabilized things. They've pushed the lead from 7 at halftime back up to 11. It's 62-54, Sopron on top of Dynamo Kursk at the end of 3. Both teams with 7 threes. 4 more makes inside the arc now for Sopron. And also a really good effort by them at the free throw line tonight. 9 of 10. Dynamo Kursk also shooting it well. 6 of 7 from the stripe, but not getting that many opportunities in the third quarter. Petty now and Howard each have 17 points to lead their respective teams. Ogunbowale with 14 points. Williams with 14 points as well. So Frokina remains a danger from outside, but Williams came back in, played well. She found the player with the hot hand, and Petty just showed some petty power. Here it is again. I'm telling you, folks, she is smooth. Look at that. She just slows everything down, and this was from Prince, just not a good pass at all, and Williams showing her quality to read it and then to score yet again with the left hand. Ogunbowale, meanwhile, always a danger.
Rövidens Sopron tempói hangok előtt, tehát egy 3-4 előtt. Gyerünk lányok, hajrá Sopron, minden bele!
Metsa comes out, Jovanovic. And now Baric has it for Dynamo Moscow, trailing by 11 points. Here at the start of the fourth quarter, Ogunbowale gets in and kind of throws it up. Now Petty. And Jovanovic missing from downtown. Now Howard pulls up, and her attempt is long. Williams running off the screen, puts it up and in. She has really looked confident here in this second half. Williams, certainly the last several minutes. Frokina tries to get another three to drop, and Williams gets her hands on it almost for Sopron. And again, it's worth repeating as you look at Ogunbowale. She gets in and scores. She wanted the three-point play opportunity, not going to get it. Here's Petty. Just goes to show when you fall behind by 24 points, as good as they looked, Dynamo Kursk pulling it back, and it's once again Gabby Williams with the two, really excelling here. Dynamo Kursk were able to get it back to a three-point deficit, so they shaved 21 points off the deficit, yet they still trailed. So it is a long way to come back when you fall behind by 24 points. Howard just takes it to the rack. Nice play by the veteran. 30-year-old, 1.93 meter power forward. $11 points of difference. They need a stop. And Hattar feeds Brooks and scores. Makes it look easy. Excellent work there by Sopron. And they really do seem to have stabilized things. Karasev might need to get a timeout and draw up something different. Howard might have shuffled her feet and got away with it. Now Petty avoids the foul, takes it all the way, and gets the foul that's called on Nika Baric. Well, she hustled back, kind of lowered her arms, and that's probably what got her the foul. Meanwhile, Shabanova, Elizaveta Shabanova comes back into the game. Fegvernecki goes over to Gaspar. And the free throw is good from Petty, who, well, you have to say with Gabby Williams, and then with Brooks, just a whole cast of characters. Sopron, they look tough. They need Hatar to play very big, obviously. Well, Prince might have had a layup, but she gets it back outside to Frolkina, and Frolkina catches it and gives it back to her point guard. Prince this time does go in, and there for the follow Shabanova, but doesn't take her time or doesn't go up with the right shot. And the lead is only getting bigger now for Sopron, much to the relief of their fans. The dump to Brooks. And Kozik whistled for the foul. Natasha Howard comes back into the game. Is Dynamo Kursk try to pull this one out of the fire? And they get a break with Petty's pass going off the hands of Brooks and out of bounds. Three-point shot from Prince. Just what the doctor ordered. If you're Dynamo Kursk. Or was that a 2? I thought she had a 3. It looks like it was given as a 2. And another foul called on Kursk. Here, look at this again. Oh, no, she did have her foot just on the line, didn't she? Her right foot. Williams, over the shoulder pass to Hatar. Good help defense. Frolkina over to Prince. Sizes up her options. Goes back. Here she goes again. And Howard this time collides with Petty. And they're going to call the foul on Petty, the blocking foul. She's going to feel that one tomorrow morning. Watch. Ooh. So Howard makes the first. 20 points. As you expect. She is just a big-time scorer. Second one is good as well. Also has 8 rebounds. Quick pass on the back door and then into the corner to Petty. And good pass to Hatar, but taken away by Kozik. Now Kozik catches it and fires. Hatar rebounds the miss. Petty dribbles left. Brooks from deep misses badly. Prince open floor. Back to the trailer. Frokina. Whoa. And this time Kozik didn't go for the basketball thinking Prince was, but I think Prince wanted Kozik to go for it. Williams went for the basket herself. Now Frokina. Frokina definitely has a little oomph to her game, you can see. Prince behind the stripe. And also a foul has been called on Williams. This could be a very big trip down the floor for Dynamo Kursk. They'll get the basket. Might have gotten away there, Shabanova, with a moving screen. So indeed, they keep it at this end with just under 4.5 minutes remaining, and 70-61. Sopron on top of Dynamo Kursk. Prince inbounds it. And the miss corralled by Gabby Williams. And Brooks wisely doesn't launch it. They call the play that takes some more time off the clock. Brooks gets the baseline and then she's fouled by Frokina or Shabanova. Yeah, Frokina gets the foul. Important free throws, especially this time of game, as you try to hold a team at bay. Brooks takes a deep breath, makes one of two, but the rebound goes to Williams. So that puts the shot clock 14 seconds. Now down to 6. Williams launches. 10 points. The difference. Howard Ogumbawale back to Prince. I don't understand what they're running at this stage. Prince steps back. It's a long two. It does go. And Sopron decide to call timeout and reset things here right at the end of the game. Let's go down to the huddle.
Okay, right now, they have 4 fouls. We need contact, we need good drives, and we have to go for the contact, okay? Gabby, one down can be also, keep going with it, okay? Good down screen from this side, and have a good right-hand drive. On Yetza, we can go 5 screening from horn, play the ball screen, Yetza roll inside field, and attack how you did right now. Go for the basket, okay? And not fade away, okay? Let's start right now with a really simple zipper. Down, zipper, short. Okay, quick roll.
We got 2 fouls to give.
Kettle, Aro.
Akkor figyelj, Sopron tercesei 71-63, gyerünk lányok, hajrá Sopron, mindent bele!
So Brooks at the line. And makes the first. The lead goes to 9. Again, just goes 1 of 2, but Kursk into the lane too early. And again, Brooks misses. So having some struggles at the free throw line. And I don't think that Sopron want to foul here and stop the clock, and that's exactly what they've done. They do have fouls to give, so maybe that is what the thinking is. And almost turning it over, Natasha Howard had to save it from going out of bounds. Fegvernecki not able to catch it. So 14 on the shot clock here for Kursk, trailing by 9. Howard. And Howard turns it over. Good job on defense by Bernadette Hattar. Taking more for the team there, you can see. Great crowd here tonight, once again, for Sopron. It's the biggest show in town. Anytime you come to this part of Hungary, they love their women's basketball team. Dynamo Kursk would love to get a turnover and a fast break. Brooks from deep. Ogunbawale crosses midcourt. Prince hands it off to Shabanova. Oh, wow. Good finish from the big center. So 7 points now, the difference. Don't go away yet, folks. Williams over to Brooks. Will this one be, nope, off the front of the rim yet again. Brooks is ice cold. Having missed some shots at the free throw line, now missing. Now missing also from deep a couple of times. And they get to Shabanova, and she's fouled by Bernadette Hattar. And you can see that she thinks that she hasn't committed the foul. She goes over to the bench. So just double checking to see that is indeed. Yep, she has fouled out of the game, Bernadette Hattar. So that brings Gay back in. And the free throw makes it a 6-point game. Shabanova all of a sudden becoming a factor. She just scored with a layup, and now she's at the line. And she takes her time and looks very good on those free throws to get it back to a 5-point deficit. She has 7 points. Better late than never when it comes to showing up at the party. Fegvernecki. Brooks. And Shabanova reaches in, knocks it away with 3.8 seconds remaining, and Sopron seem more intent right now on taking time off the clock than getting into their offense. And they're going to be in a rush here with 3.8 seconds to go. To get to Williams. Good idea. She finds some space, and she banks it in! Well, these are not normal banking hours, but Williams made just perhaps the biggest three-point deposit of the game. Ring it up. Timeout, Kursk. for the rebounds. 41-29 in favor of Sopron has been huge.
If you all bounce here, day 1. 4-5. Out 2. You start from here 3. Yeah, 4-5. Then come here, show the screen, and then 3 goes for the shot. Immediately elevator here. Okay. For Ola. Yeah, elevator for 3. And then read the situation. You can ask the ball. Yeah, you just set the screen for Ola, and Ola immediately goes. Like this or like this.
Let it be 4 or 5. And if I can't pass in, toss, you rush to the ball.
Yeah. Immediately. Okay? One more time. Step by step.
Here's Williams. Do you think she called glass on this shot? Well, she might have. You never know. She hit the square and it went right in. They all count. Doesn't matter if it hits the glass or if it's nothing but the bottom of the net. I dare say a lot of those people don't care. They just want to see it go in. 75-67. Gabby Williams with 21 points. Prince from deep. Brooks. And they're trying to foul. Are they? Ogunbawale does indeed foul. Fegvernecki then kind of taps her on the shoulder to make sure she's okay. So Fegvernecki goes to the line. Well, if Kursk do not win, they're going to have to ask themselves, how in the world did they fall behind by 24 points early? That's just, no matter how well they played, coming back and closing the gap to 3 points. Again, how in the world did you fall behind by 24 in the first place? Fegvernecki, the 37-year-old veteran, dribbles and gets it to go. So another 2 important free throws for Sopron. 77-67. Timeout Kursk.
1 out bound. Against who play 5? Stay here. Okay. 3 here. 4, 2. Immediately, you comes here, ask the ball in this position. 3 comes here, and you immediately set the base screen for the flare. Watch the flare or for inside here. Yeah, for Natasha here or for Ola for the shot. But you goes very aggressive here. You goes follow her, set the good screen. Probably 5, they don't switch with her, and just open this area for the pass. Okay, let's go.
Well, you talk about that rebounding advantage, and that has led to some second chance points for Sopron. At last check, they had 10 second chance points to just 2 for Dynamo Kursk. And as it is, it's a 10-point lead. So yes, you have to be able to rebound the basketball. Well, dangerous pass. Petty knocks it away. Frokina, though, gets it into a spot where she can hit a 3 and cut the deficit back to 7. Let's breathe a little bit more life into Dynamo Kursk's attempts to get the win. And again, a steal, Ogunbawale. And nice little hesitation and puts it up and in for a 5-point deficit. And now the fans here in Sopron a little bit nervous as they watch their team try to close this out. Oh, and they take another one away. This time it's Prince. She goes behind her back, and she gets in and misses it, fortunately for Sopron, remarkably. Great work by Prince, just did not get it to drop. And Williams dribbling it up high. I don't think they wanted the foul. I think Karasev wanted just some tight defense, but not to commit the foul because it can damage your goal differential and the potential goal-breaking tiebreaker that could come into play. So this allows Gabby Williams to go to the line. However, there will be 4 seconds left for Dynamo Kursk, but that's very important, or can sometimes be very difficult to understand what your coach is wanting when he's shouting over there on the sidelines. And Williams makes both. So Prince takes it up, and she's going to attempt a three, and she does not make it. So 7 points is the difference. Ogunbowale fouled out, by the way, with that last foul. So that's why she headed over to the bench. So it was not as easy as it looked like it might be after the first quarter when this team went on to open up a 24-point lead. They saw that shave to just 3 points, but they end up getting a 7-point win. Sopron basket celebrate the win here at home, 79-72 over Dynamo Kursk. Well, the Sopron basket players go out and applaud their fans for coming out to support the team tonight. And they watched the good one. They saw the good, the bad, the ugly, but overall a solid performance by Sopron. I thought Gabby Williams played very well in the important moments of the game. Petty is certainly going to be a factor for this team moving forward. Sopron, by virtue of the win, improved to 4-1. They dropped Dynamo Kursk to 3-2, and that means that Sopron are now in first place in Group B, up at the top of the standings as they meet at midcourt, and all smiles. Nothing like getting a win in the EuroLeague women, that's for sure. All the games are tough, especially against talented teams like this Dynamo Kursk team. 17 of 20 at the line for Sopron. That's huge. Not only the efficiency, but the number of trips that they took. And they hit 8 threes in the end. Both teams, in fact, had 8 threes. 19 of 40 inside the arc for Sopron. Their rebounding advantage was important. Williams had 23, Petty 19, and Brooks finished with 13. Howard 21, Ogunbowale 18, and Frokina, who's dangerous from the arc, also amongst the leaders. Howard finishing just 1 rebound shy of the double-double. And so was Gabby Williams. 23 points, 9 rebounds for her. Ivanovic and Prince each with 4 assists for their respective teams. So here are the highlights if you want to look back and see how Sopron and Dynamo Kursk played. And again, it was Sopron getting out to a big lead. We saw the starting 5, Gabby Williams, Fegvernecki, Jovanovic, Hatar, all in that starting 5. And Lisets, Baric, Shabanova, Ogunbowale amongst the starters. Don't forget Lisets left the game in the first half with a sprained ankle. We hope it's a sprain. That's Obviously, you never want it to be a sprain. You don't want any injuries, but it looked like she rolled her left ankle and was in quite a bit of pain. She had to leave the game. Opened up a 24-point lead, did Sopron, and Dynamo Kursk then started to come back. Frolkina hit that shot to get it back to 16. Gabby Williams had a big three late in the first half. I remember that, taking it back up to a 13-point game, but at halftime it was a 7-point advantage for Sopron. Howard launched it from downtown. Remember, she ended up with 21 points. Petty was just terrific. Really impressed by her today. Hitting that three from the right corner. And Williams bringing the quality and the energy when Sopron really needed it. Hattar upset after she fouled out, had to leave the game. Gabby Williams banking in, and that was really, you felt like that was the shot that let all the air out of the balloon in the end, because had she missed that and Dynamo Kursk had rebounded, they could have gone down to close the gap to 3, maybe even 2 points. So the final score, Sopron winning at 79-72 over Dynamo Kursk. And thanks to everybody for watching tonight. Another exciting game in the EuroLeague Women.